Hello, how's everybody doing? Today I'm going to just read for the collective, or whoever's watching this, for the month of June 2021. I've Life kind of got away from me a little bit schedule wise, and my last new moon and full moon, I just never had time. I've been dealing with some household issues. And literally house. It's not my household, it's the house itself. It's falling down around my ears. And so I've been having to deal with some of that stuff. People do, but now is the time because I can hire people to do the work that I can't do myself. So that's what I've been doing in my spare time. Not that there's a lot, but managing all that. So you don't care about that anyway. But here we go. So we're dealing with the collective, or the whatever group is watching this, for the entire month of June. And I'm not even sure how to do the spread. Well, we're just going to do that, I guess. Let stuff come out as it normally does. And again, I don't acknowledge reversals unless it's really, really obvious. Couple flipped over there, so I like to go with you, as you know, at least 4. I thought there was more that flipped over. All right, I guess not. All right, so we have enough to start with. See what's at the bottom, and we have the Emperor. Emperor. This deck says things differently too, of course, than some other decks have. Some are pretty consistent to the traditional Rider White or Rider Universal Tarot, and some are less traditional. So I noticed that on one of the things I looked up with this, it was like a completely different than I was expecting it to be. So I am going to consult the little book, but I'm also going to just consult my intuition, because that is part of the deal here. So we have Emperor at the bottom of the deck, Temperance at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, Ace of Discs. Yeah, see, transformative energy, new. Right? And Temperance, somebody I heard, I don't even remember who it was, said basically this is the card where you can turn water into wine, so it's about temperance. I've also heard it's about forgiveness, but I feel like it's an opportunity to equalize things, is the way I see it. So it's an opportunity to fix stuff, or to make necessary changes, or to just a restart. I mean, it's a fresh start. It's clean slate. So it doesn't necessarily have to be new, but the energies about it feel forgiven and balanced. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then the Emperor, this is the guy who's always been dogmatic, follows the rules, and I want to say he's not a stuck energy. He's just not terribly flexible with how he thinks things should be done. So, wow, I'm at the bottom of the deck, right? So I'm guessing that everything behind this, it's like, here's the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is a call to look at things differently, and this is the energy to be changed, right? This dogmatic energy. So it's because I feel like everything else is transformative. Page of Cups. So, you know, this is the traditionally the guy that wears his heart on his sleeve. He's got a head in the clouds, maybe. He's a little bit of a romantic guy. He's the oh, page of the heart. Cups is the heart. So he's the romantic guy. And I think leads with his heart. And he might be a little impetuous. Then you have this Two of Discs. It's like this is keeping a lot of balls in the air. Super busy, but you can see these butterflies again. Transformative. It's all transformative. But this is, and there. But there's a sense of balance here. You've got the yin yang, and you've got this concentric circle that's flipped its color, so it's also doing like a yin yang. It's completely balanced, and this movement from one hand to the next is it's harmony, because balance, it's not a stagnant balance, it's or not a stagnant, it's a static balance. It is harmonious. So this even flow back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and there's this transformative energy. So yeah, you have a lot of balls in the air, but look at this guy. He's happy as can be about it. Yes, I'm working. It's not sustainable though. So I think that's the one thing. And then we have our Six of Cups, which is, you know, nostalgic. It's maybe remembering some of the sweet things. But I think it's like sometimes if we're romanticizing things in the past, but they're not working for us. The Five of Discs, this is burdened by crap we don't need, stuff we don't need, stuff that's no longer working for us. I mentioned my house falling down around my ears, and it is honest, I have to say it out loud to everybody. It's time to let it go. It's difficult to make those decisions, but it's like it's not serving me well, hasn't for a long time. Finally, you have to, at least in my situation, enough things have happened where I have to say, yeah, this hasn't been working for a long time. It's like a bad relationship or a job that's no longer fulfilling, or maybe the income has been reduced because of COVID and all that stuff. There's a lot of people that are not earning what they had previously earned, and maybe it's time to shake things up. We're putting up with stuff that isn't serving us. And I think that this is what this is all about. And here, I mean, we don't necessarily know what's coming along, right? High Priestess, she's about mystery, and we don't get to know. She's not telling us how things are going to play out. Boy, it's the same sort of thing for every reader I've seen, and everyone I've done on my own, just because I pull cards frequently for myself. It's been the same sort of thing. Seven of Wands. 7 is about conflict, and it's a kind of conflict that is. I want to say it's similar right now to me, intuitively. It's similar to that 5 of Disc energy. This is talking about a burden. This is not serving you. But this is the thing. It's like, okay, it's not serving me. It's in conflict with everything else in my life. But this gives you the motivation to make the changes. So this card I love in some ways. This conflict is about making those changes. Same here. Conflict. Making the change. I mean, there's a battle going on here. But this little person, super brave, right? Fighting off all of those. And on a cliff. So I don't know where they're coming from. But apparently they have superpowers. And she's still fighting them off. And pretty decently grounded, even though she's like at the precipice. Yeah, conflict. I really feel like these cards are working together. Conflict that is like going to be the catalyst for the motivation to make change. Got to be making the change. 4 of Cups. Ooh, kind of stuck energy. Stuck. But it's also about, you don't necessarily see all the good. Poor me, I don't have anything. And he's got all these bejeweled, beautiful cups behind him, and the sun is shining in through the windows. And, but he's dreaming about the cup that he wants with wings, and he's not seeing the ones that he had. So this is the card that reminds you gratitude is important. We have to have it for every little thing, because things can always be so much worse. So look around. I mean, there's people that are, even if you're in a not a good situation, there's someone who has it worse off than you. So be grateful for the little things. Boy, a lot of fives. Boy, 5. I think fives to me are really you gotta make a change. Right? The bloody battle. Make a change. And he's claiming victory, but he's not done. It's a battle, and there's a battle here and a battle here. But they're looking forward, right? Forward to the future. I'm one that reads left to right. So the fact that they're looking right to me is like looking into the future. So they're fighting these battles with an optimistic eye to what's next. Okay, he's not optimistic, but it's still about the future. This guy just needs to get out of his head and follow the invitation to, and another 5. Wow. 5 of Cups. Yeah, misery. This. And again, all in the head, right? All in the imagination, all in the head. So feeling forlorn, feeling like abandoned, feeling they're in the woods. They're feeling like they're stuck in the dark. But they have to, it's an invitation. I mean, look at every one of these cards that's a 5. Do you want to stay in any of these situations? Whoopsie. I can't hear anyone, but I'm guessing it's a resounding no. No. People wanting to beat at your head. This guy, even though looks like he's won, it's a mess. It's a bloody, icky mess. You don't have to go through that. Sad, distraught, lonely, brokenhearted. I mean, just maybe scared, lost in the woods. This one, it's a heavy burden. Heavy, heavy burden. Who wants to carry all that? So yeah, this 5 is fives are always, to me at least, more than an invitation. It's sort of like a little bit of a trigger, like make the change. It's a suggestion, it's getting tweaked. You get time to make the change. And then the 10 of Cups, this is what awaits. It's great energy, beautiful energy. So I'm not going all the way back, but I just feel like this is the energy that was feeding, I want to say, the Emperor, which is the stuck guy. And I usually only go back 3 or 4, but knowing what's feeding these new some sense of balance and there's just a little bit of angelic or divine energy, right? That's interesting. It is all about transformation. So now I'm going to consult the little book and see if I agree with this Page of Cups. I'll start with that. I'm not going to do all of them. Yeah, this guy is about, a youthful joy and innocence in this new form of love. Now, it does talk about romance, but this is a really general reading for a really general population, so I'm not going there with the romance thing. But he has the leading with their heart. They approach things romantically. And the 2 of Discs. I think that's the last one. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's pretty much what I said. It is a very positive card, but also one that shows you may need to juggle and balance multiple elements in the pursuit of your financial endeavors. This balancing is natural, so focus on it as an enjoyable activity instead of one of anxiety. Totally great. However, not sustainable. So get an end game in plan is good, because you can't do that forever, but it is part of the transformation. I feel like this is business or just general lifestyle for many. And that 5 of discs, I'm going to skip the cups because that's just all nostalgia. Yeah, things are getting away from you financially. Your board or your hoard has become unwieldy and the burden may break you. So hard times may be on the horizon as a result. If there's a place to take shelter and be safe, go there and brace yourself. So result of hoarding, has too much. So maybe he's hoarding the wrong things. That's interesting. I'm going to check with, I didn't even do the energy thing yet. I'll just keep going with this and check with, see what the Light Seers deck has to say. Oops, it's a really thick, these decks are thick. There's a lot of cards. A little cumbersome to shuffle because of it. One more. Ooh, Chariot on the split, along with Temperance. Boy, we saw Temperance earlier. I love when cards show up with 2 different decks. You get the same card repeatedly. It's just sort of like Spirit saying, see, I told you. It just validates it, emphasizes it, reiterates it. Love it. Spirit, can we please get, let's look at that Emperor energy. What's the Emperor energy? Okay, we got, oh, Page of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. Page of Cups. See? Page of Cups. So this one was about romance, right? Literally about finding new love and all of that. And it could just be a way of loving yourself or learning to love your situation or whatever. But this guy, like I was saying, not exactly grounded. His feet are up in the air. And there's a little pig there with wings. So it's like when pigs fly. He's got, and it's, again, he's got like the little heart there. This is a guy who totally leads with his heart, and he might be impetuous in love and maybe other things because he's a romantic. 4 of Swords. We didn't get the swords before, but we had the 4 of Pentacles, I believe, or coins, or I think we call them discs in this one, and that's about hoarding. Oh no, it was cups. It was about cups. So this one is, the 4s are a pause or stuck. Sometimes it's a pause for a small celebration. Sometimes it's a pause because you're stuck. Like this one is needing a rest. So kind of taking a minute to regroup, which I think makes total sense, especially when you've got a lot of balls in the air with this juggling guy. You're going to need a minute, to figure out your plan. Because this change is imminent. It's just transformative. Spirit, can we have some more? Oh, there we go. Page of Wands, very nice. Again, leading with their heart energy. This is enlightenment, expansion. So again, it's about transformation, growth. And then she's just jubilant, right? The feet in the air, throwing the wand up. It's like a baton. So hair's all in the air. So really, really a joyful card. So whatever it is worth doing, because this is where we could end up. And this is, I think, the energy that they're talking about entering into this. You're going to be juggling, right? Juggling this, a lot of stuff. Any change, I'll use myself because I already told you about my house situation. So if it's me, then I got to fix my house and figure out where I'm going to go and then make the actual move. I've been here, many years, many, many years. So lots of accumulation. Plus, I have a lot of interests, so I have lots of stuff for each interest. So it's going to be a significant. Wow, yeah, I'm going to have a lot to work to do. So I'm in the same boat as many of you who will be making that transformation. Can't be the only one that's doing that. Spirit, is there something else that we have for the collective for this month of June, please? What else do we have to tell the collective or group of folks, group of watchers, my friends? Oh, there we go. I knew that there would be something else. There was two that came out with that. The Knight of Cups and the Hermit. So the Hermit is kind of a call to just be quiet. I think that I'm going to put that with this. These two have a similar energy. Just regroup. Figure out your plan. Get a plan together. Spend some quiet time. Figure out what you need to do. Yeah. And this guy, I kind of like him and I kind of don't because I don't necessarily trust him. He's the one who's he's this, if they're in succession, it's this guy is this guy a little bit more grown up, but I just don't, this one is a little bit too slick. He's a little too smooth. He's got the haircut and the shadow and the tats, and he's got the flowers, and and he's got the little picnic basket. I don't trust him 100%. Whereas this guy, he's just authentically how he is. Just leading with his heart. This one doesn't really say much about that. There's a little, you can't see it in this, probably. You might be able to. There looks like there is a little bit of radiation, but it's really, really subtle in this card. Yeah. And even his horse is a little on the fancy side. So, still a good guy, still definitely a good guy, but I'm wondering if he's just a little too slick. Oh, and then we have Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I just want to see what the booklet says about this, because my gut is not. Yeah, classic romantic. Passionate soul, artistic tendencies, creativity, wearing your heart on your sleeve, seeking connection, being in love with the idea of love, chivalry. Ah, that's where I didn't trust it. Being in love with the idea of love instead of with you, right? So the idea of it's more important than, yeah. Interesting. Oh, here, okay, so if I read more about it, it says this classic romantic invites you to step into a world of roses, bubble baths, and champagne, and is fully devoted to you for today. And maybe for every day. But it's, it's about he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. This card often signifies someone who is in love with the idea of love itself, and sometimes this comes bundled with unrealistic expectations. So, sweeping you off your feet. Are you ready to be swept off your feet and allow deep honesty and vulnerability to flow freely in your life? Do you believe in this type of true love? Get ready to take inspiration and run with it to make art, music, and love and veritable masterpiece of life. I am in touch with my emotions, is what it says. So I guess that is a call to be in touch with your emotions, which put these two opposed to each other, just because I just noticed them. He's leading everything with his heart, and this guy is like, no, I'm doing things, everything the way it's always been done. It's not how we do it. It's always been this way. So, Yeah, it looks like transformation again for everyone. And Queen of Pentacles, it looks again because we've got disc, which are pentacles. It's actually pretty balanced. We've got some wands, some cups, so all of this, all of them. Wow, and the Hierophant, we had that. I think we saw, oh, the Hermit. The Hierophant, similar. This is the spiritual, a call to, I don't know, find a spiritual practice. And then here we have the Five of Wands, which was below here too. That is, it's creative chaos. Creative chaos. But fives, I usually are kind of a trigger or motivation to make some change. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and she is very much a Mother Earth energy. She's caring, she's kind, she's adept at business things. There's affluence there, and abundance in all areas. And she's just calm, right? She's not greedy. She has plenty. She can always get more. She knows how. She's helpful. She's a great leader. This is really great Mother Earth energy. So the nurturing and creativity too. What do we have? Eight of Pentacles. This is working. Just a good work card. I want to say that when I've seen this one before, it's some places or some cards have it like a spider weaving. Somebody else has a cobbler. So it's about attention to detail in honing your craft or your skill. Another deck says it might be sort of like maybe there's a little more you need to learn about what it is you're doing. So that's always, for everybody, we can always learn more. But I think for me, this is about the integrity, about work ethic, and craftsmanship. This is looking for your future, the foundation of your future, looking forward, making plans, actually taking action toward your plans. Queen of Swords, she's a clear thinker, honest, true. So yeah, you have to just be, and the Six of Cups, again, it's down below, so it's not as important in this particular deck doesn't see it as important. But there you have it. I think that's pretty much about transformation. And I see these similarities here where leading from the heart, from the heart, from the heart. This one doesn't show it as much. And this guy romantic, so it's all heart-centered. It doesn't show it, but it is this card, as you know, is the Page of Cups, same sort of thing. Yeah, this is about, I think, just lightening the load and maybe not. I'm trying to say not being greedy, but I don't think anything else here is indicating that there is such a thing happening. I don't think I want this. I think I want the wisdom. Spirit, can I get an overall energy reading for the collective for the month of June, please? Can I get June's reading? What's the theme of the reading for June for everybody? I got a little tongue-tied there. There we go. The fate. Oh, jeez. Yeah, of course it's fate, right? So what does it say about the fates? Here, I'll show you the card. The essential meaning, I'll try to, there we go. Fate, karma, acceptance. that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. Yeah, it says, oh, the Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. I know many of you know that. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Good advice for everyone. There are things in life that you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with those events, and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Love that. Yeah, so all these things, indicators that, and we've had it, right? The Hierophant call to spirituality. Back here we had the High Priestess. So it's like, no, I'm not going to tell you everything yet. You don't get to know it all. You have to just keep moving forward, and things will appear as they're supposed to. Your life will unfold before you. So I think the next thing to do is, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull a shaman card too, and then I'm going to pull a map card for each sign. Spirit, can I please have overall theme or advice from the mysterious shaman oracle for the collective, please? Can I get a card, please, for the collective? Shamanic wisdom. Ooh. Couple came out. Ooh, 3 of them came out. Completion, blade, and sweat lodge. Wow. Okay, so wow. Okay, ooh, just getting chills here. This is amazing to me, and I haven't even read the stuff yet. So I just noticed that you have the big circle, completion, right? And we're talking about transformation. So in order for something new or to transform, you end a phase. You're ending a phase to begin something new. And blade is like slices through it or starts, right? I have to read about that, but I'm looking at these images here. So the sweat lodge is like, that's a doorway with light in it. So that looks to me like it's about enlightenment. And this too looks like it's about enlightenment. And of course, completion. Also, I mean, this tarot, it's often about enlightenment because it's about spirituality, right? But if you look at all 3, have some sort of circle, and you've got this blade shape echoing that same as the door. I just am amazed about that. Yeah, that's just unbelievable. So I'm going to go ahead and find what the book says about these. I'm going to start with the sweat lodge because some reason that feels like that's the one that just is jumping out at me. And I'm not going to keep this too much longer. Sweat lodge represents the womb of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs. Yes. And heal disease. And when you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. Okay, so transformation is about second chances too, I guess. So it says that this is the time to journey inward, which is what these other cards are saying, the Hermit and the Four of Swords, to the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect, excuse me, with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges and without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life that you have outgrown, like that stuff. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. And this is post-COVID too, I think. And I think that this whole year that so many people were well, cooped up, everyone was in shutdown, that how our stuff, the physical stuff, because discs is about the physical manifestation, how that became a little bit less important to a lot of folks. Right now there's like the employee shortage, because I don't think people are riding the gravy train. It's just they're not getting that much. I had to do it. I was shut down, and all my incomes I got shut down, and it was enough to sustain, but not enough to thrive. Right? It's still a percentage of what you normally earn. So people saying that they're too lazy to ride because they're riding the gravy train is probably not accurate in most cases. So there might be the occasional that's getting a better deal, but not the majority. I think too, people, they're not, the quality of their life has become more important. So maybe they're going to find work that they're better suited toward, that's more satisfying, and feeds their soul as well as pays their bills, right? So I think that there's that type of thing going on, which I think is about this and this. It's about the deciding what's important to you. And it may or may not be. I mean, if you want to be a millionaire because you want stability, that's okay. That's totally fine. But I think that is what that was talking about. Yeah. Anyway, so we have the blade. Is the essence of the blade is it represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on the earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past. See, this past, we just got to get past it. Or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheathe the blade and use it wisely. Now, they're not telling you to go stab people, but they are saying don't stay in a crappy situation because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. If it's better for you to leave, then leave. That's what they're saying. And completion. Boy, I just love how all things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life. The seed, the flower, and the fruit in all human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form to a new one. Didn't I say this was all about transformation? You saw me shuffle. Okay, so here you finished a cycle and there's no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it's time to honor what has been and to find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is a time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Fabulous. End of summer when the fruit is ripe. And then you get to go back to school, and even those who don't like to study, you get to go hang out with your friends again. There's always advantages to that new beginning. There's something new, unknown, exciting waiting for everyone. Nice, nice, nice. Transformation, folks, that's all it is. It's all about transformation. I'm just going to move these cards up a bit so that I can get to the map cards. And I might go ahead and shuffle between each just so that if one card wants to repeat, it can. I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to ask for a card for Aries, please. What advice do we have for Aries for June? What does Aries need to know for June? This coming month. What does Aries need to know for this June? What does Aries need to know for June, please? There we go. So Aries, you get storm fields. This too shall pass. Yeah, transformation. Uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. And I think we talked about chaos in a couple of these others here. Things that you've left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent-up energy needs release, just as a storm in nature must break. For these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up and creates temporary disorder. So, all right. So Aries, we have storm fields for you. And so then we have, I believe, Taurus is next. What is for Taurus? Ride the wave. Kind of opposite, but all about movement. See, these guys are all moving forward too. That left to right thing. Ride the wave. Yeah, right now, success is easy and effortless. I'm just going to ride the wave of abundance. Tide has turned. You can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. Know that you're definitely on the right path. Taurus, that's excellent. I'm going to put that somewhere in the middle here. What's next? Taurus, is it Gemini already? April, May. No, I'm missing one. So it's what? Aries, Taurus. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Gemini, right? No, it's not though. Somebody else. We're going to go with Gemini. I'll figure it out later. That's number 3. We're going with Gemini. Oh. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know for this June? What does Gemini need to know this June? What does Gemini need to know for June? Whoops. Totally don't want both of them like that. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know? Gemini, the twins, of course they're going to have to get more than one card. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know, please? Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Education. Be teachable. Life is filled with lessons. Ooh, I just looked at the clock. It was 44:44. So I don't know if you're into angel numbers, but that's significant. It's quite auspicious. So that's the good news for you, Gemini. I looked at the clock, 44, 44. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. Now is the time to go to school, ask a person who might know. So this is about seeking out wisdom or education, something that you want to know more about or you feel like you need to know more about. And then what do we have in store for Cancer, Spirit? What does Cancer need to know for the month of June? What does Cancer need to know for the month of June? There we go. Also education, okay? You saw me put it in the middle. Also education. So now Leo, what does Leo need to know? Oh, spark. 34. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. There's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Oops, I missed a word on the other page. I turned it too quick. Oh, open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in creating it. Perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. This is, okay, I'm a Leo, so I'm probably giving this more attention than I have. The rest. Attraction is high as you connect with others, so you can create joyous expression. Excellent. Put that somewhere in the center. And then we go to Virgo. Oh, too many for Virgo. No. I just want one. Not doing full readings, so I just with one card on top of a collective reading. I just want one card, please, for Virgo for the month of June. Dragon's Lair. As I remember, this is a lovely card, but it looks kind of ominous, doesn't it? The Dragon's Lair. 19 is the number. Yeah, you're always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating. Like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there's greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Okay, a little adventure for Virgo. Libra, I believe, is next. You get a... What does Libra need to know for June? What does Libra need to know for June? Rock, oh, yep, there was... Oh, Spirit of Place, nice. It's a pretty card. Spirit of Place. Authenticity is the essence of power. And this is, who did I say, Libra? When Spirit of the Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? Then the answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is authenticity. That is for Libra. I think Scorpio might be next, right? What does Scorpio need to know for Wizard of Awareness? Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. It's about mindfulness, and it's about being observant, remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you, too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into to an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks that you keep up your need to define. Let me say that again. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Scorpio. Sagittarius, I think. Yeah, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know for the month of June? What does Sagittarius need to know for this month? Whoops. That was kind of a collision. What does Sagittarius need to know for this? So what does Sagittarius need to know for June? June 2021 for Sag. Oh, we got to have something. Come on. What is Sagittarius? Oh, there we go. Sacred Pool. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. Very nice. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you, and you know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. Sagittarius. Okay, then we go into Capricorn. Spirit, what do we have for Capricorn for the month of June? What does Capricorn need to know this month? What does Capricorn need to know this month? There we go. Moonlight. Pretty. Your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you to places that may not seem logical. Wow, for Capricorn, this is big. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second-guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, tingling, clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. Let's see, that was Capricorn, and I think next would be Aquarius. Did we get that? Do we get all of them already? Except for We're already up to Aquarius. What is Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know for June? What is June? June for Aquarius. June for Aquarius. What is June for Aquarius? Whoops, that's too many. I don't want more than one this time. Thank you. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Nice. Probably good advice for everybody. And now Pisces. Spirit, what does Pisces need to know for this June? What does Pisces need to know for June? Strength. Okie doke. Strength. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The Strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As potency of your connections become more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that the real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. Beautiful. So I think we got them all, right? I started with Aries, and then I did Taurus and Gemini and Cancer and Leo and Virgo and Libra and Scorpio and Sag and Capricorn. Oh, good. I did them all. I thought I missed somebody, but I don't think I did. Thank you, everybody. And I think one final... I want to do a blessing. It's not really a blessing. It's just something from the 7 energies. But they have a lot of cards that are sweet. Spirit, one final little blessing or something for the collective for the month of June. Reassurance, please, or some advice. A spiritual hug, if you will, for anybody watching this for this month of June. Yeah. Oh, the royal you. God, that's perfect. Just kind of the sentiment I was hoping for. So sovereignty, responsibility, self-confidence, self-rule, ownership of your feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self-aware, not allowing outside influences out of alignment with your truth. This is beautiful because it's like you are the ruler of your mind. You are being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts because you're going through transformation here, right? So you want to make sure, and all these talked about it too, that you are exposing yourself to the best things for your own highest and best good. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It's important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, your authenticity and your integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the marking of true sovereign. Beautiful. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to please give me a thumbs up, and yeah, please subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more I can do this, and I love it. So the more I can do this, and the less likely weeks like these past few that have gotten me too busy to do this won't happen. I would rather do this than the things that I was doing before, but this is my luxury. So thank you for tuning in. Again, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and smash the bell if you want a notification. I will see you next time, and I hopefully will be new moon, full moon again. I would love to get back to that, but we'll see. Have a good June. Bye.